There we go. Welcome, Ofentse. Welcome to Plan of Action. Welcome to where we talk about you on value add and your experience on value add. You were just on Celebrating Women just now. How was that?
Well, I got the meeting I was late, but I managed to grasp up a few things from Helen. So like in the comment section, I commented regarding the quotes that I always use daily. It's like Helen emphasized it for me. Yes. So I liked the way she put it. It was also in my own words. I felt like those are my own words. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
You know, for me, the interesting story, Ofentse, about Helen is that when we see success, we always just look at the success. We don't see the trials and tribulations that come from behind the scenes and the success. And that's why these stories are so important for particularly you as women to hear, but for the rest of us to hear as well, that you're not going to get to the top of the mountain without, you know, fighting some bears.
That's true. She also, I actually even liked the fact that when she explained the trials and tribulations she's been experiencing to grow, it's one of the challenges that I also face every day now that I'm working for a company, and I'm also a shareholder, the member of the board. So now I got to understand where all of these things come from. It's like it won't even frustrate me like moving forward, because I understand how Helen put it, that okay, in business, such things you have to go through in order to get there or to get wherever you're going. So yeah, I love the session.
That's the truth of the matter. And that's why conversation, Ofentse, is so important, because everybody thinks or assumes they're alone in their own little bubble, right?
True.
With their own challenges and their own problems, and they think they're the only ones going through them. There's 7 billion of us on this planet, right? And trust me, we're all going through something. And a lot of what we're going through is very similar. So for you to hear those stories, that firstly, it's going to take time. Secondly, there are going to be a couple of bears that you're going to have to fight, and that comes naturally. Thirdly, you're going to have your own trials and tribulations personally, inside, even, you know, relationship. That's just life, and it's just about maneuvering that. But Ofentse, I want to know, tell me a little bit about you and value add. How did you get onto value add, and how are you finding it?
Okay, from the beginning, I didn't know I was joining value add, because remember that I was job hunting on,
navigating a job search?
I was navigating a job search on, is it Tipo 1 million, I think. So then I decided to stop looking for vacancies and jobs and look for upskilling programs.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, because I mean, you can't just sit and wait for an employer to call you. So you have to do something in the middle of the process. So, and then I think I went on those that were obviously showing there on the site, and I hoped that one of them would contact me, and it was value add. So, I told myself that, right, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna grasp all that I have to grasp for me to grow. So then I got onto value add. I love the programs, I love the courses. We relate a lot. I mean, people relate a lot on the courses. So I feel like I've missed out on a lot, and I still want to be involved in more of the courses, you understand? So yeah, that's my experience on value add. I've benefited a lot in such a small space of time, very short time. I remember my first course was marketing, and I had to refresh my memory on all the things I've studied in college. And while I was in the session listening, it gave me memories and things that I have to use right now currently that I forgot about. So I'm learning a lot, Uncle V. It's a beautiful platform program. Like, yeah, we're benefiting so much. And I don't even listen to the sessions alone. The people at home, we put it on loudspeaker, and
Oh, wow,
everybody
nice.
gets, yes, my husband and the kids, they even ask questions. Okay, what is this about? And then we all listen.
Yeah, no, that's
So
great.
yeah.
I'm really excited to hear that. And I'm, I'm also excited about, the idea of what you just said earlier on, which is, I mean, when we talk about plan of action, we're talking about what is it that you're doing, for yourself to improve yourself, other than just waiting. You can imagine, and how many people are just waiting for something to happen, and the more time goes past, the more you realize that things are not going to happen. I mean, if you think about COVID, it was 2 years ago now, right? So if you ask the question, in 2 years, what have you been waiting for? And people are still waiting.
And what have you done? When you look back, you realize how much time you have wasted on sitting for someone to knock on your door, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well,
we
carry on.
Okay. As we on value add learning so much, it's very beneficial, like I said. So it's better for you doing something as an individual, you growing.
Yeah. And the thing is, Ofentse, as well, what we're also trying to do, is help valuadians like yourself, within their businesses, with either incubation businesses, valuepreneur. I mean, we're starting off with a course where there's a course in ValueAdd called the Digital Biz CEO, which is trying to encourage people to start their own businesses online. So anything that you love doing, just start it and do it online, right? And then we've also got Digital Biz course, which is going to show you how to actually build that, with Quentin building things online. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing.
Okay. Currently I knew that question was gonna pop up. Yesterday I was preparing myself for the session, and I kind of imagined you were role playing in my mind, and I knew that question was gonna pop up. So okay, right now I'm busy with a few food security program with the company that I just told you about. So I'm working as the marketing manager, and the name of the company is Fellow Brothers. So we're busy with agribusiness, and we planting in schools. So we've managed to acquire 2 schools at the moment, where we're planting your vegetables for the feeding schemes, and the children to take it home. So that is what we're busy with at the moment. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
So we also would love the kids to get involved, because agriculture in schools is not, I don't know, because they don't even study, or they're not even doing it. I don't know what's going on. So we're trying to bring it to expose it in schools.
And I like the terminology you use about food security, because everybody is under the assumption that whether they're opening their cupboards or the fridges, or they go to Pick and Pay, it'll always be there, right? It won't always be there, right? And to your point, people need to learn how to do the basics of growing some of their subsistence in
their
around
backyard.
their gardens and in their backyards. Yeah.
Which is what we're also doing. We have a mini garden at home where my children are also involved, and they can plant an onion for themselves and grow it to full course. So yeah.
No, well, fantastic. Ofentse, this is really, an opportunity just to get to know you a little bit more. Obviously, you've put a lot of the marketing stuff into action, but you're already in action. So it's fantastic that you're a true valuadian from the perspective of being somebody who just wants to grow themselves and improve themselves. As ValueAdd grows and it improves itself, take advantage of all the courses that are available and all the wonderful hosts that we have who've got knowledge. And as we add more courses and more things, obviously that will hopefully help for you, not just from a knowledge point of view, but from a practical point of view to go out and succeed.
Okay.
Yeah. No, fantastic. Anything else from yours? You had a quote, by the way. What was your quote?
It's the quote. Tejo asked for a quote, and I didn't even know which quote I'm gonna use. So I created it on that day when I was chatting to Tejo. That okay, it came to my mind. It's something that I was always using, but I didn't know how to construct it. So its uniqueness is less expensive.
Wow.
So and then I use it in two different ways. So in personal perspective, I'd say and the fact that an individual is unique assures him a special place and special worth in his own society. But then again, you cannot be an individual without other people. So, and then I also use it in the marketing side as well. So in marketing, the core idea is to identify and nurture uniqueness. The importance of uniqueness, it allows the company to construct its own product in competitors.
Wow.
With competitors, sorry.
Yeah.
So I already prepared this last night. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you're certainly unique.
I use every day. Thank you.
You're certainly unique, and thank you for all your contribution and participation. And actually, what I'd like us to do, Ofentse, during the course of the year is just talk about a possible course or program in the area of what you do, because I think learning around agriculture and food security and the implications, I think, is an important thing. Together with Apenduo, who I'm sure you've seen a couple of times, who's into very much around climate, climatology, geography. So I think those two could come very well together. To deal with the issues that we are going to be facing with floods and all sorts of things that are going on around food security. So thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Uncle V.
And apologies again, but thank you for being an amazing value edian, and we'll see each other again. Have a wonderful weekend.
Same to you. Thank you so much, Uncle V, for the opportunity. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. Take care.
Same to you. Bye.